Good morning, my fellow Fortniters. Today we're going to use the Brute Gunner. You guys remember the Brutes? Boy, there was a lot of whining and complaining about those things. Personally, I had a lot of fun with them, especially doing the emotes inside the Brute suits. Alright, we are going to go to Frenzy Farm, because on this account, we need one more place top 10 after landing in Frenzy Farm to complete that challenge. I wonder what kind of vegetation they have at Frenzy Farm. I've seen tomatoes and apples. Are they growing any carrots? Any corn? My grandma, she had a mini farm in her backyard. And she had corn and tomatoes. I can't remember what else she was growing. Maybe potatoes? We're gonna go to this barn today. I don't think I've ever landed on this rooftop. Look at how sleek that outfit is on the Brute Gunner. What do you think the material is? Is it rayon? Spandex? Some sort of acrylic? Maybe it's a rubber suit? Boy, was it windy here last night. I barely slept. I might be drinking a pot of coffee this morning. This cave is actually a late in the season discovery for me. I don't think I've ever really run under here until maybe a month ago. Actually, it was the Frenzy Farm challenge that prompted me to explore Frenzy Farm more so. They should put some cows in this and some other livestock like sheep, chickens. Now that would be funny. Who leaves a pickup in the middle of the field like that? That's pretty crazy. They fully restored this vintage pickup and they're using it to haul hay. Does that make sense to you? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Look, there's a shadow mailbox there. Anybody got any outgoing mail to the Shadow Henchman? Or maybe Brutus? Tactical shotgun. Could definitely use that in the styling of green. So what have you been watching on TV during this quarantine? I went through Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Picard. I kind of enjoyed them because I love Star Trek. I could have done without the swearing. I thought that was unnecessary. Hollywood just loves to interject profanity into everything these days. I would like to take your sniper rifle, sir. What's someone else shoot at? Whoa, that was crazy. Did you see that? When I blew up the gas, it actually shot the henchman over to the right. That's pretty awesome. Let's take the heavy sniper rifle. I like this location. I've really explored this during the Frenzy Farm challenges. Keep in mind, I've done that challenge on 4 different accounts. Let's get out of here. Usually there's a henchman waiting for you. Not today. So what other shows have you been watching? I've been going through the new Twilight Zone. It's pretty good. I like Jordan Peele as a narrator. The last episode was crazy. They actually had the writer of Twilight Zone in a Twilight Zone episode. I love juxtaposition. Juxtaposition is one of my favorite lyric writing tools. Borrow you for a moment. Usually I like to yeet those guys. Yeeting is fun. I don't think I've ever heard that word until this last season, when you had to yeet a med pack or bandages or shield. I think that was the very first time. I had to look it up on the internet. What does yeet mean? It's one of those newfangled words that the newest generation came up with. My generation had some interesting vernacular. We used to use the word sick to mean awesome. Nowadays, people get confused. What, do you have some sort of virus or bacteria infection? No, I'm just trying to say that something's awesome. Alright, let's heal up here. The Brute Gunner is 100% battle ready and ready for battle. See how I just turned that around? Now, as we're at the end of the season and we're trying to get as much XP as humanly possible, I highly recommend opening chests and ammo boxes as opposed to breaking whatever they're sitting on. See, 404 XP. And let's see what we get here. 404 XP. I don't think I've ever paid attention to that until just now. There are certain things that you can do that grant you XP. 404 XP. There's a lot of really neat hiding places in this shadow base. This is beta, I believe. We're back in this little washroom here. Boy, I could hear that wind howling outside. I'm gonna put the sail on my car today. I'm just kidding. Nobody's going anywhere with this quarantine. Oh, there's someone. Let's see if I can get him. Oh, shot their feet and I missed. See if the grenades can get a hit. No, it looks like they snuck off into the cornfield. Who remembers the movie Children of the Corn? Boy, that was something else. Oh, someone snuck up behind me. Not today, my friend. Not today. That was sneaky. Let's see if I could find that player that went off into the cornfield. That is a cornfield, right? And not a wheat field? With the twin silos. I wonder if there's anything in there. I've never destroyed those. It's probably hay or grain. Let's see, what else have I been watching? I've mentioned it before, but during this quarantine, I already had Disney Plus and Hulu. And I added Netflix. I had to cancel Netflix a few months back because of the latency. I even tried calling them. Their customer service was pretty much useless. I was like, why am I subscribing to your channel if I can't even watch the shows? It just keeps freezing like every second. Black Mirror. That was a great show. I think I loved Black Mirror so much that I muscled through my Roku box freezing every minute just to complete the series. Luckily, it was only 3 episodes. And then, let's see what I got. I always sidetrack. Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, and then I just recently added CBS so that I could watch the Star Trek. I really love Michelle Yeoh on Star Trek Discovery. She's always been a favorite actress of mine. Ever since I saw the movie Wing Chun. Her martial arts are incredible. I highly recommend that. It's an older movie. I think it's from the 70s or 80s. It's called Wing Chun. Not to be confused with the band Wang Chun. which is a 1980s new wave band. Used to have a couple of their 45s. Used to have a lot of 45s. That was back in the early 80s when teenagers collected 45s. It's good to see a resurgence of the vinyl. Oh, but anyways, I've also been watching Gotham. I totally caught up on that. I know that's received a lot of negative criticism, but I think it's amazing. I think what they've done with all those characters is incredible. The acting, especially the Riddler and the Penguin. And I actually like the Bruce Wayne actor. And the Butler, Alfred. That actor is incredible. It was kind of neat. I'm not going to spoil it in case anyone wants to watch Gotham. Oh, and of course, Gordon. What a great actor on Gordon. Guy was awesome. I remember watching him on, what was that, South Side or Southtown? That was a great show, too. I've watched so many TV shows, it all just jumbles up in my mind. But pretty much anything in the Batman universe, I love. Actually, when I used to play Half-Life Deathmatch online, one of my favorite maps was Gotham. Me and my buddy Jordan, we would hide up in the billboards and just wait for people to come on the map and then just snipe them. We just kind of hang out and talk because he was across the country. So we would just kind of bro down and wait for people to come on the map and then fight them together. My username in Half-Life Deathmatching used to be Happy Camper for that very reason. I used to set up claymore mines. I used to booby trap the doors with the laser mines. And then I used to snipe. Sniping is good. Especially if you play on an older PC or a low performance PC. Because whenever you get into a close encounter with an opponent, a low processing computer, especially with a bad graphics card, it always freezes. I've lost a whole bunch of matches because my computers froze. But with sniping, you could keep your distance and still get the good accuracy on the shot. I think it's safe to say they're probably never going to bring back the brutes because of all the negative criticism on those. It's good to see they've kept the brute gunner in the game now. You know what skin I've always wanted to get? And I saw it a couple times last chapter. I haven't seen it yet during chapter 2. But it's just an 800 V-Buck skin called Moreno. And one of my best friends growing up, his name was Moreno. Oh, look at this. Someone's right behind me. What a surprise. He was just one of my best buddies. He's actually the guy that got me into music. Because we were on the soccer team together, and then I went over his house after soccer practice once. And he had a drum set in his bedroom, and I was just blown away. I was like, I gotta be a part of this. So I went home and I started singing along to some David Lee Roth stuff on a handheld cassette player. And I gave it to him. I was like, dude, can I sing in your band? He's like, band? It's just you and me, and I play drums. So we started a band with just a singer and a drummer, and we used to just play along to records. So just for the nostalgic purpose, I always wanted to get the skin for this game, Moreno, and then get a whole bunch of victory royales with it. If I ever see it again, I'm going to get it. Epic Games, if you're listening, bring back Moreno. And while you're at it, bring back Blackheart, too. Put some more pirates in the game, if you will. What about Bluebeard? That would be a cool pirate, huh? Make his beard blue. You didn't see that coming, did you? Alright, there's only a hard 7 left in this game. Alright, I think it's time to migrate out of Frenzy Farm. I'm going to migrate with the butterflies. We had a crazy thing happen last year when it rained. There's a butterfly called the Painted Lady, and it actually migrates from Mexico all the way up to Seattle. And that's a normal thing. It does it every year. But this year, for some reason, it did it a lot faster and in more abundance. So you had a swarm of painted lady butterflies everywhere. And those things, they only live about a day? Or is it even less? Is it just 12 hours? And what they do is their larva turns into other butterflies, and for some reason they just have the instinct to just keep flying north. It's such a crazy thing. That also reminds me of something else, talking about insects. I'm from Connecticut, and the state insect, oh, here's someone, is the praying mantis. Bam! 126, baby. And let's finish the job. Look, I aimed, everybody. I finally figured out why I don't aim. My hand has some serious issues with it, like the nerves. And it's kind of a little effort to aim. So I think I just bypass it just to save my hand some pain. Hey, that's what happens when you get older and you still play video games. Your hands can't perform like you want them to. Oh, so anyways, back to the praying mantis. There was this game I used to play called Thief. 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 And that game was incredible. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it. It was from the 90s. And, you know, it's like a first-person shooter, except you have to hide in the shadows. You had a shadow meter, and that would let you know if you were hidden or not. And you had a bow and arrow and all different kinds of arrows. Like you had a water arrow, a fire arrow, a moss arrow. And the whole purpose of that game was just to sneak around. And you know what? You could eliminate the bots, but you had to sneak up behind them and do it. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do like a hand-to-hand combat thing, because they would win every time. And the characters, they were almost Monty Python-ish. It was kind of interesting. I always felt like I was in the movie The Holy Grail when I played Thief. But the atmosphere of that game was just incredible. And a couple of the creatures at the end, one of them was a praying mantis creature, and it had flies that would come out of its mouth. Such a memorable character. But anyways, back to the game. There's only 3 of us left. I am the brute gunner. I probably won't be gunning any brutes anytime soon, though, because they've completely removed those from the game, I think, forever. Probably for good reason, too. I used to do some serious damage with those. People get so upset. Actually, if you go back through my my old YouTube videos, I'm pretty sure you'll find a couple with the brute gunner, just in case you missed it, so you can see what it was like. You can make those emote and everything. So fun. Had a couple games where a bunch of us just got in the brute gunners and just danced. A dance off. Speaking of dancing, I'm going to play some Dance Dance Revolution tonight on my Wii U. I did get the Wii Dance Pad, which unfortunately, because it's a GameCube cord or cable, it will not plug into my Wii U. And then after doing some internet research, I got the adapter, which goes from a Wii controller to a GameCube. And that, it actually works, but not in the way I want it to work. I would say, with almost all certainty, you cannot play Dance Dance Revolution on the Wii U. It's a lost cause. So I'm going to be gifting the dance pad to one of our family friends. Actually, it's the people that we gave our old Wii to. I'll have to buy another Dance Dance Revolution, because I am actually able to still play that with the balance board for the Wii. I highly recommend the balance board. You can play so many games with that. That is if you're still holding on to a Wii or a Wii U. Those things are ancient history nowadays, but hold on to it. They're still fun. Alright, let's do this. Where is you? Oh! They got me immediately. But I did do the location domination challenge. 55 season XP for this account. Place number 2. Look at Cuddle Team Leader got me. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Have a beautiful day, everybody.